All right, well, we're about ready to go. This is the Gold League as the New York Giants will take on the Dallas Cowboys. The 1990 New York Giants against the 1971 Dallas Cowboys for the at least a share of the NFC East lead. As the Washington Redskins have won 3 in a row, Philadelphia is 1-4. The Steelers are 4-1. They play Cleveland again. Everybody just plays a reverse of who they played. So this is one of those rare things in the NFC South. You got 3-2s playing 3-2s today. But today the New York Giants, who started out so really good, they will play the Dallas Cowboys. This time it'll be in Dallas. So taking a look right now, Philadelphia will play Washington. Remember, these are the inverses, Miami and New England on the other side. New York and Buffalo. Remember, that was 11-7 game. Chicago and Detroit. Detroit is winless. Houston and Jacksonville. Atlanta and Tampa Bay. Baltimore and Cincinnati. Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Minnesota and Green Bay. New Orleans, Carolina. Baltimore, Tennessee, Kansas City, and Oakland. Denver and San Diego, Los Angeles and Seattle, St. Louis and San Francisco, and now New York and Dallas. As we take a look, everything is going well. And it'll be Texas Stadium, Dallas by 3. And we're about ready to go. And here we go. It is, let me switch it. '90 New York was one of the best teams of all time, same as '71 Dallas. These are often overlooked because either, like Phil Simms was hurt during the playoffs, or they got overlooked because of their era. The 1971 Dallas Cowboys, they won Super Bowl VI 24-3 over Miami, but again, they didn't have all the mainstreamers like they did when in the mid to late 70s and even the 80s. So we're about ready to go, and the Giants will have it underway. And this is, remember, regular rules. Here we go. Into the 10-yard line. It's current rules. 15 up to the 20 to the 25, and to the 29-yard line, it'll be a first down. So for Dallas, here we go. As we said before, this is New York, actually. Sorry. Simms, Anderson, Carthen, a good running game. Baker, Bavaro, Ingram. They have a great offensive line. For Dallas, you have a great defensive line. And this is really a couple safeties in Harris and Renfro that are very good. So New York, it's going to be first down, and I have no idea why Dallas is wearing the colors, but it'll be first down. Simms to Otis, and Otis is only going to get about 2 yards. It'll be second down. Second down and 8 for the New York Giants. They're going to be running a lot. They go to Carthen, and Carthen, nothing there. The defensive line of Dallas holding them. 3rd and 8 for Simms. Back to throw. The blitz is on. They go. It's going to be a first down to Baker. And they needed 8, and they got exactly 8, and it's a first down for New York. First down and 10. Simms. They give to Otis Anderson. Anderson, and they only get 2. They're not getting much running the football. It'll be second down and 8. Second down and 8. Simms to throw, looking quickly, and they got it to the 50 and a first down. Mark Bavaro, the tight end. A quick throw. So they're doing the quick throws here against Dallas. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 50. They give to Otis Anderson. Anderson on the run, and he'll gain 3. Not the most, and they got to work on that. It'll be second down, 4 rushes, 7 yards. Not the best. They give to Anderson. Anderson on the run. Here's Otis, and Otis will be shoved out of bounds about the 45-yard line. And 44, gain of 3. It'll be third down. 3rd down and 4. The winner of this game. It's so big. 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Sims looking, firing, and they got it. It's going to be a 1st down, and that's huge as Manuel got it. 9-0 Manuel for a gain of 15. And a 1st down for New York as they are driving. This will be the 9th play of the drive over 5 minutes. Otis Anderson, there's going to be our first penalty of the day. Let's see what it is.
Holding, offense, number 65, 10-yard penalty.
And Bart Oates, I believe he was a 49er before. It'll be 1st down and 20. 1st down and 20. And there's going to be another flag, and let's see what it is.
Encroachment, defense, number 74, 5-yard penalty.
And Bob Lilly there with the stop. So right now, defensively, Dallas and New York. Dallas has New York pinned. It was 1st and 20, but now it's 1st and 15 after that. They give to Rodney Hampton, and it's going to be a gain of 1 second down. 2nd and 14, so kind of where they wanted them. There's another flag. Oh my God.
Encroachment, defense, number 74.
Bob Lilly again. He can't stay on side, and that hurts. It's now 2nd down and 9. This is now field goal yardage for Matt Barr. Back to throw. Looking. Sims. He's going to fire it underneath. That's going to be a 1st down and more. Rodney Hampton and a gain of 11 and a 1st down here for New York. All the way down the field. This will be the 12th play of the drive over 7 minutes. To open the game, it'll be 1st down and 10. They give to Hampton. Hampton, and he loses 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12. 2nd and 12 now for New York. They're driving into Dallas territory on the 19. Sims. The draw to Hampton. Hampton again to the 18. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 with under 6 minutes to go here. 3rd and 11. Can Dallas stop New York? Back to throw. Sims. Sims looking. Sims will fire. Sims. Oh, and it's incomplete. Cliff Harris with the stop, and Matt Barr will try a 35-yarder. 35-yarder for Matt Barr. It is up, it is over, and it is good. And New York, a 15-play drive, almost 10 minutes. It's 3-0, and that's not what they wanted. If you're Dallas, it just went through so far. They even had a 1st and 20, and then they jumped offsides twice in that, and that's not good. Matt Barr will kick, and it's going to be downed. That's what they did not want, and Dallas will start it on the 35. Quickly, the Dallas offense, you got Staubach, who's really good so far. 15 touchdowns so far and 4 interceptions. So he can throw it. Hal Thomas, Lance Ulworth, very, very good at what he does. Ditka, Bullet Bob Hayes. They have a good thing going so far. The New York defense, again, Marshall, Howard Dorsey, very good. Lawrence Taylor, Carl Banks, got Pepper Johnson. Steve Dawsey might be a little bit down, but their safeties are good. It's going to be 1st down for Dallas. Let's see what they do. Staubach to throw. Staubach right down the middle to Bullet Bob Hayes, and a 1st down, a gain of 17. They're very deadly in this, and it'll be a 1st down for Dallas. 1st down for Dallas, 3-0 New York. Staubach back to throw. They're looking again. He's going to throw it. Allworth, though, good. And Everson Walls with the stop. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Staubach to throw. Staubach looking, throwing down the middle. That's going to be Allworth. Allworth down to the 23 and a 1st down. So a gain of 25 yards. And looking very good. It's going to be 1st down. A lot of the throws to get away from Lawrence Taylor. And Leonard Marshall back. They're going to hand it off, and a stop to Ozzie. They tried to go to Calvin Hill. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Can Dallas kick a field goal here? It would be 41 yards. Staubach to throw. Staubach will run. Staubach will go. Staubach will go to the 9 and a first down at the 8-yard line. And Roger Staubach looking good. It'll be first down and goal for Staubach. Back, and they're going to give it to Dwayne Thomas. Thomas is in for the touchdown. Dwayne Thomas. And it is an early 6-3 lead. And now the straight-on kicker, the extra point. High and good as Clark makes it. It's Dallas 7, New York 3. Incredible. So Clark will have it quickly in the reports that 10 minutes. We'll do it after the kickoff. And they're going to kick it to the goal line. You can't kick it in the end zone. That's bad. You kick it in the end zone, you got trouble. Tony Frisch, 20, 25, up to the 30, to the 35, and they might as well kicked it into the end zone. That was Dave Maggott. First down for New York, 7-3. Let's see, 10 minutes, there it is. All end of the first quarter scores. Philadelphia beating the Redskins. New England by 1 over Miami. Buffalo 6-0 over New York. Chicago and Detroit tie. Jacksonville and Houston. 7-3 Jacksonville. Scoreless in Tampa. 7-0 Cincinnati. The Steelers 7-0 over Cleveland. Minnesota 7-3. New Orleans 7-0 there. There's one undefeated team. 7-3 Baltimore Colts. 3-0 Oakland. 7-0 San Diego over Denver. 10-0 the Rams over Seattle. And the 49ers 6-0 over the St. Louis Cardinals. So it's going to be first down and 10. They give. That's going to be Rodney Hampton, and he loses one. It'll be second down. Second down for Phil Simms and the New York Giants. Back to throw. Throwing, and that's going to be incomplete. Can't have it. 3rd and 11. Simms. Back to throw. Simms, and he goes down. That's Andre, and it's going to be 4th down, and now they got a kick. So right now that's going to be not good. Landetta to kick. High and deep to the 19-yard line. 20 to the 23, and let's see what they do. For Dallas, taking a look at Dallas right now, they lost to New York yesterday 20-14, or the last week. Now they're playing a return, so Dallas has to beat New York. If they don't, they're going to be down one game and down the tiebreaker. So it'll be first down. They go. Calvin Hill, and it'll be gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6. And they won't get it off. At the end of one quarter, it's Dallas 7, New York 3. So Simms 4 of 6 for 43 yards. Anderson, Carthen, Hampton. Those are the rushers. Staubach 2 of 3, 42 yards. Allworth and Hayes, you can see the receptions. Only 9 yards rushing for the New York Giants. That's a problem for them. So here we go. It's going to be Roger Staubach. Back to throw. Looking. Staubach. Staubach's looking. Staubach's firing deep. And that's going to be Bob Hayes. Bullet Bob Hayes, 30. Down to the 25. And a first down. A gain of 49. And Dallas is jumping all over the New York Giants. That's going to be huge. And a first down for Dallas. Staubach. They give it to Dwayne Thomas, and that's going to only be a gain of 2, second down and 8. So Dallas is threatening New York now. 2nd and 8. They give to Thomas to the near side. Thomas down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4, Dallas 7, New York 3. 3rd and 4 for the Cowboys. Back to throw. Staubach throws it down the middle, and that's incomplete. And now the field goal attempt. This is big, 37 yards. They want something to come out of this. And it's good. So Clark hits it. It is 10-3 Dallas. They lead New York. Fritsch. And there's Dave Meggett to the 1 yard line. Meggett to the 5. Meggett short, up to the 10. Meggett 15, 20. Here's Dave Meggett to the 30. And Dave Meggett to the 31st. Herb Adderley with the stop. So here come the New York Giants down 10-3. And a big game for both these teams. Sims will throw, and that's going to be Mark Ingram, and a flag there. Let's see what it
Pass
is.
interference.
Yeah, it is.
Defense, number 20, automatic. First down.
So Renfro with the pass interference. It's Dallas 10, New York 3. And New York will have it nearing midfield. Sims to Rodney Hampton, and a gain of 1. It'll be second down. 2nd and 9, Dallas 10, New York 3. Sims back to throw. Looking, throwing, and that's going to be no good. Third down. 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Looking. They throw, and it's going to be too far. And Dallas will get the football back. That is huge. Landetta, and he shanks it. So Dallas will have it on the 31. It'll be a first down. This is huge. First down, Staubach. Back to throw. He's 3 of 5. He'll throw to Bob Hayes, and he overthrew him. It'll be second down and 10, 3 of 6 for Staubach for 91 yards. Yeah, that long one to bullet Bob Hayes and Calvin Hill, and New York is starting to get a little bit of the momentum back. 3rd and 11. Can they force a punt? Staubach will throw down the middle to Bob Hayes again. That's going to be a first down, 45. Down to the 43, and bullet Bob Hayes. 5 for 74 in the last game, and I think he's already got 74 here. Huge first down for Dallas. Staubach. The Dwayne Thomas, and nothing there. It'll be second now. 2nd and 10. Staubach to throw, looking. Staubach underneath to Dwayne Thomas, 40, 35, 30. Down to the 28-yard line and a first down. So here comes Dallas at 10-3. 8.5 to go here in the half. And Dallas would love to go up by 2 scores. Staubach. They go to Calvin Hill. Calvin Hill to the 25. To the 24 and a gain of 5. So running the football, they're getting 4-1 a carry. They're looking good. The New York Giants are getting stymied and everything. Dwayne Thomas, and it'll be nothing there, third down. I think the Giants have to really rely on their passing game. But this is another third down. And Dallas needs to get it. 7 minutes to go. Staubach throws it, and it's going to be too far. Tried to hit Ditka, and now they're going to kick from the 25-yard line. 42 yards for Clark, and he misses to the right. And this is the thing that'll hurt Dallas if they get down and they cannot get touchdowns. So it's going to be first down for the New York Giants. They go, and that's going to be Tillman. Tillman a gain of 9, and a huge gain there. It'll be second down and 1. Sims. Rodney Hampton. Rodney loses 2. They can't get anything running the football. The front 4 of Dallas is really looking good. It'll be third down. Back to throw. The blitz is on. A quick throw to Ingram and a first down. And up to almost midfield. It'll be first down. It's not that Mark Ingram. It shows Alabama in the very bottom. It's another Mark Ingram, and they go to Hampton. Hampton, they'll gain about 2. It'll be second down and 8 quickly at halftime. Philadelphia, big lead. New England trying to beat 84 Miami at home. Save their season. Buffalo up against the Jets, saving their season. Detroit trying to get their first win at home. Jacksonville up big. Atlanta 10-7. Cincinnati by 3. The Steelers blowing away Cleveland. Minnesota 7-3 over Green Bay. New Orleans 7-3 over Carolina. The Colts leading the Titans, and that's the thing. Titans trying to even everything up. Oakland Raiders blowing away Kansas City again. San Diego looking very good. The Rams up by 6, and San Francisco looking good against St. Louis. Second down and 8. Sims over to Hampton. Hampton 50, 45, 40, and a first down to the 39. So here comes New York, down 10-3. Dallas has had most of the yards, but here's New York now, and there's a flag.
False start. Offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty. Repeat.
You
first
wonder,
down.
you get all this momentum, and then all of a sudden a false start like that happens. It's a way to kill a drive. Back to throw, Sims, and down he goes. That's Cole. Larry Cole. 2nd and 19. I don't think Dallas wants anything. Back to throw, Phil Sims. Phil will throw, and he's got it. And out of bounds is Stephen Baker. A gain of 15. It'll be 3rd down. We'll get it off before the warning. Back to throw, 3rd down and 4. Sims will throw it. He's got Mark Ingram, and down to the 25. To the 24 and a first down, and this is a minute 58 to go. So very quickly, I got to do a couple things. And got a couple things going on at once. And as you take a look at this, 2-minute warning, Dallas 10, New York 3. Dallas was all the way into New York Giants territory, and they kept missing field goals. Well, they kept not scoring. They got a touchdown, a field goal, and they missed a field goal. That's the thing. They couldn't get touchdowns. It could be, think of it, it could be 21-3 right now. But it isn't. It's 10-3. Here comes Sims. And Tillman, who got 9 on his first carry. Nothing there. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Dallas does not want anything more. 2nd down, Phil Sims to throw. Phil will throw, and he's incomplete. So try to find Howard Cross. It'll be 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10, Sims. Back to throw, looking, and it's incomplete. And that's Chuck Howley trying to go there. This will be 42 for Matt Barr. 42 for Matt, up and good. And it is 10-6 now. And a very, very big game. So Barr will kick it to the 10-yard line. And they're going to return. I believe that's Cliff Harris, or Calvin Hill. Now that's Cliff Harris from the 9, and you don't get it. It's going to be 1st down. Staubach to throw. They throw. It's going to be too far. It'll be 2nd down, trying to go to Bullet Bob Hayes. You got to be careful. New York might be able to get it back. 2nd and 10. They hand off to Dwayne Thomas. Thomas and a 1st down. A gain of 16. So New York does not want to use any one of their timeouts. Dallas does. 1st down and 10, a minute to go. Staubach over the middle, and that's going to be dropped. Trying to throw to Calvin Hill, a minute and 2 to go. 2nd down and 10. Staubach. There it is. Staubach. He fumbles the football, but he picks it up, though. And he has it, and it'll be 3rd down and 5. Dallas has 1 timeout remaining. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Staubach goes to Lance Allworth. Lance to the 40, 45, 50. Got a 1st down. And out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Well, no, he's not out. They call him in. So Dallas calls their last timeout. So they got to worry if anything's down in the middle of the field, a first down. They give to Dwayne Thomas. Thomas again. Thomas to the 43. And the clock will run. They got to hurry it up. Second down. Staubach giving to Thomas. Thomas again. And he got a first down, but I don't think there's enough time, and that's going to be it. It's 10-6 at halftime, and Dallas will get the football. 10-6. And right now, this is a huge game because if Dallas wins, they're going to be 4-2, and they would have split New York, so then it goes to the divisional record. You know, I'm looking at the running for New York. They can't run the football worth anything. And Dallas is going well. Thomas and Hill. Tillman, 9 yards. He only carried it twice. Hampton, 7 times he's ran. Nothing, no yards, a long of 2. So they got to change stuff at halftime as we go to the... Here's Cliff Harris. As we go to the third quarter, it's Dallas 10, New York 6. 10-yard line, 15. And it'll be first down from the 15. There's a flag.
False start. Offense, number 33. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
And Dwayne Thomas, it'll be first and 15. So Dallas 10, New York 6. Remember, Dallas lost 20-14 against the Giants. In the previous week, there's Dwayne, and he's only going to get 1 there. It'll be second down and 14. Second and 14 for Dallas. Staubach to throw. Looking, he throws, and it's intercepted. And this is huge. It's Jackson to the 1-yard line. And now New York can get the lead. It is silent here. Very, very silent. First down and goal. Anderson scores, and now it's 12-10.
The previous play is under review. Upon further review, the runner was stopped short of the end zone.
So they're going to call it second down and goal right on the goal line. So here's New York. They give to Tillman, and Tillman is stopped. He loses 1. So that was a certain touchdown early. Now all of a sudden it's third down and goal from the 1. Can they have a goal line stand? They go to Otis Anderson, and this time he's in. So Otis Anderson gets in, and it's 12-10. And up and good. Matt Barr nails it, 13-10. Now they're going to kick. They don't want a long return. There's Cliff Harris from the 5. They're coming down to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Here comes Harris to the 23. So Dallas down now 13-10. The interception was huge. The throw by Staubach, it's going to be first down. They go out. That's going to be Calvin Hill from Yale, I believe. It'll be second down and 14. They lost 4. Dallas's offense, Calvin Hill from Yale. He played in that 1960, I believe, 29-29 tie that was famous. Staubach to throw, and that's going to be a first down. So that's Mike Ditka, the tight end, to the outside. Needed 14. They got 19, and a big first down for Dallas. First down now. Harris up to the 43.
Offside.
Gain of 5. It's going to be offsides.
5-yard penalty.
And that'll be a first and 5. They go to Dwayne Thomas and stopped by Pepper Johnson. So second down and 4. It's a good football game. One-sided to Dallas, but Dallas is losing. This happens sometimes. Second down. They give to Calvin Hill. Calvin, and that's going to be a first down over the 50. The thing is, when you're winning with yardage, you got to be able, yardage-wise, you got to be able to get at least a tie and let statistics take over. They go to Calvin Hill to the 44, only a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Staubach to Dwayne Thomas. Dwayne, and he loses 1. 3rd down and 9 with under 9 minutes to go. 3rd down and 9. Back to throw. Looking. There's Staubach, 40, 35, 30. Down to the 24-yard line and a 1st down. So Dallas is in field goal range, under 8 minutes to go. 1st down. Back to throw, Staubach. Staubach is going, and it is overthrows Allworth. Oh, well, it's incomplete. They both had it in the end zone. Oh, scary. 2nd down for Dallas, 13-10. Staubach to throw. Firing underneath, and they can't have it. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, they need yardage because, you know, Clark is not the best in the world at kicking. Staubach will throw, and he overthrows Lance Allworth, and it's 4th down, 7-17. And here's Mike Clark, and he kicked the field goal to tie it. And he missed it again. He missed 42, and he missed 41. And the New York Giants will take over on the 31. That hurts. It's going to be 1st down. They give it to the near side. That's going to be Hampton. Rodney Hampton, a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. So if New York can get a couple 1st downs, even if they punt, they'll be good. There's Hampton. They can't run. They cannot run. They're not even above 100 yards total. It'll be 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8. Back to throw, looking, Sims. The screen, no good. It'll be 4th down, and now they got a kick. So Dallas will get it again, down 13-10. Here it is, high and deep. 20-yard line. 25, 30 to the 32. Walt Garrison will come in. Walt, the running back for Dallas. It is 13-10 right now. Staubach to Garrison. Garrison will get 2. I mean, just a low slogging game right now. 2nd down and 8. The difference was an interception. Still took 3 plays for him to get in. And too far for Bullet Bob Hayes. It'll be 3rd and 8. 3rd down and 8. Staubach to throw. Looking, the throw. He's got Lance, and a 1st down, a gain of 9. So Lance Allworth there, looking at the end of 3. Philadelphia up big, New England up big, Buffalo up big, Detroit upsetting Chicago. Look at that, Jacksonville up big. Atlanta leading, Cincy and Baltimore tied. The Steelers up big. Minnesota solid. They're getting everything together. Sometimes it takes time. Baltimore Colts are leading big, same with Oakland. San Diego is winning big. Seattle has come back, they're killing the Rams. And San Francisco beating St. Louis. So it'll be 1st down. They go, Walt Garrison up to the 45, a gain of 4, it'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6. Back to throw, looking quickly. They throw to Walt to midfield and a gain of 7. And another 1st down under 3 minutes. 1st down and 10. Back, they give it to Walt. Walt again. Walt will take a look. Only a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. So 2nd down and 9. New York 13, Dallas 10. They give to Walt. He's going to run it up the middle. Nothing there. 3rd down. 1:30 to go. It'll be 3rd down and 9. That's Staubach. He fumbles the football. He picks it up, though. And nothing there. It'll be 4th down. They got to kick it away. And New York will get it back on the 16-yard line. 5 seconds. They're going to have one play. And Sims, that's going to be Lawrence Tillman, and he'll get maybe 3 and end a quarter. 3 or 4, and that's going to be it. Gain of 4 at the end of 3. It's New York 13, Dallas 10 off the interception, and the 3 plays to run it in. Well, as we begin the fourth quarter, it's New York 13, Dallas 10, and if you're New York, you only have 9 first downs. Dallas has stalled, and then they've stalled even more. So here they go. They missed 42 and 41-yard field goals. Dallas has a throw, trying to go to Hampton. No good, 3rd down. 3rd and 6. Sims hands it to Hampton. Hampton, he gets 2. It'll be 4th down and 4. And now they got a punt. So Sean Landetta, not the greatest of days, but this was a very good punt. And let's see, they go to the 30 to the 35, and that's going to be Cliff Harris. Up to the 33, 14 to go in the game. New York 13, Dallas 10. Staubach gives to Thomas. Thomas on a run and a gain of 2. Short, man, they're trying to get through. It'll be 2nd down, a very difficult game. Staubach to throw. He throws it underneath Garrison on a 1st down. So we got Garrison, and it'll be a 1st down. And here comes Dallas, 1st down. They hand it off, and that's Dwayne Thomas, and a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. New York 13, Dallas 10. Dallas driving again. 300 to 104, 4 in yards. Back to throw. Staubach, he's going to throw deep. He's got Bullet Bob Hayes, and it is incomplete. 3rd down. 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Staubach underneath the wall. Garrison, a 1st down to the 40-yard line. And here comes Dallas. The Cowboys driving down to the 40-yard line. A 1st down. Staubach going. Staubach's going to run down to the 35, and he gains 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. New York 13, Dallas 10. From the 35, they go to Walt Garrison. Walt, and a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2. It's New York 13, Dallas 10. Back to throw is Staubach, the quick throw, and that's going to be nothing. They're 4th down, and now Mike Clark, 50 yards to try and tie. 49. He's missed from 41 and 42. And if you're going to let him kick, they're going to watch a fakes. Clark is up, and it is good. 50 yards, and it barely made it. It did hit the upright, and we are tied with 9 minutes to go. And now this favors Dallas. Oh, it really does. And over. Dave Maggott, 20 to the 25, and now the field goals are going to be big to the 30. And they're going to shove them back to the 9-yard line. And taking a look, Philadelphia's going to win. Miami's coming back. Buffalo's going to win. Detroit might win, might pull the upset. Jacksonville holding on. Atlanta's going to win. Cincinnati trying to hold on. Pittsburgh's going to win. Minnesota trying to hold on. Carolina, New Orleans leading Carolina. New Orleans is a powerhouse team. Carolina's good, but New Orleans is very good. Tennessee has come all the way back against the Colts. Oakland's going to win. San Diego's going to win. Denver is winless. The way of getting in with the best record, well, 05 must have been a down year, as the 05 Seahawks, San Francisco's probably going to win. The 05 Seahawks, that seems like a down year. Where is Seattle? There it is. The 05 Seahawks are 1-4, but they look like they're going to beat the Rams. They might have stuff figured out, and that's the thing about this game, is teams figure each other out. And there's Rodney Hampton. And a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They are back in their own end, and this is big. 2nd down. They go to Tillman, and that's going to be nothing there. 3rd down and 7. 8 minutes to go in the game. 13-13 tie. 3rd down, back to throw. They get it to Rodney Hampton. Hampton is short. And he only gets 4. It'll be 4th down, and now they're going to kick. So here's Dallas. And they got field position. Cliff Harris, 40, 45 to the 48. So Dallas are going to be down at the 46, 6.5 to go. In the game, they got it enough so that they can actually get it in and just kick a field goal to win it. There is Calvin Hill, but only a gain of 1. They need yardage. It'll be 2nd down. Dwayne Thomas in gain 4. It'll be 3rd down and 5 with under 6 minutes to go. 3rd down and 5. Staubach. And they give to Dwayne. Dwayne will be out the middle on a 1st down. What a running draw play, and that was exactly what they needed. So a 1st down now. Here it goes. They give to Calvin Hill on the left, and Calvin Hill another gain of 9. Here comes Dallas. They want to try and win this game here. 2nd down and 1. They give to Dwayne. Dwayne Thomas is stopped short. DeOssie came in. We said he might have been a hole. He's had a great game today. 3rd down and 4. Staubach. Again, a draw to Dwayne Thomas. Dwayne, he's going to be short. It'll be 4th down and 2. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 2 from the 32. 2:47 to go in the game. 4th and 2. Dallas a chance. Back to throw. Staubach. He'll throw, and it's incomplete. And New York takes over. New York only 111 yards on the day. So 1st down, Sims, can they get anything going? Phil, and it is incomplete. Chuck Howley knocked it away. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the New York Giants. Back to throw, Sims. He's looking and underneath, no good. It'll be 3rd down. He tried to go to Ingram. 9-19, Dallas's defense showing their number 1, really. 3rd down, Sims. They throw. That's going to be Stephen Baker and a 1st down. No, he's short. And out of bounds, and now they're going to have to do something. Landetta punts. They're going to watch the fake here. Landetta high and deep and to the 5-yard line. 2 minutes. Well, this is the thing with Dallas. You don't want to. What a punt by Sean Landetta. 53 yards. If you're Dallas, you don't want to turn it over. And if you're Dallas, you don't want to punt. 1st down and 10 and a 13-13 tie. They give to Thomas. Thomas to the 8-yard line. A 2nd down. Timeout, New York. 2nd down and 7. New York can get them to punt, and they have time. That would be big. Back to throw, Staubach, and they go to Dwayne Thomas. A 1st down to the 20 and out of bounds. So New York will not use their timeouts here. 1st down for Dallas. Staubach going to Calvin Hill. Calvin Hill and DeOssie with the stop. A gain of 5. The Giants will let it run. Dallas timeout. They got 2 remaining. Will Dallas get that big gain so that they can get a field goal? And 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3. They're going to let it go, and Dallas at timeout, 1 remaining. 3rd and 3, biggest play of the game. Back to throw, Staubach, no good, 4th down. They're going to punt. High and deep to the 30-yard line. And the fair catch. 13-13 from the 30-yard line. Let's see what happens. Can Dallas get it back? They only have one timeout. There's Otis Anderson. And a gain of 1. It'll be second down. Dallas does not want to use their timeout. New York has 1 remaining. Second down in a tied game. Sims to throw. Looking, Sims and Harris. That's Chuck Howley and a sack. 3rd and 15, and New York calls timeout. 3rd down and 15. 13-13 tie. Back to throw. Looking, the throw, and that's going to be manual. And nothing there. It'll be 4th down, and Dallas will call time. So let's see what happens. Landetta will kick. High and deep. This will be Cliff Harris from the 21, and fumbled, and it is Cliff Harris will have it. It'll be Dallas that keeps it. And I believe it's going to be Dallas that keeps it. They're unpiling everybody, and Bob Lilly recovers it. Oh, that one might have backfired on him. But nobody has any timeouts to go. Back to throw. Staubach, the blitz is on. Staubach looking. He's going to throw deep to bullet Bob Hayes, and it's incomplete. Collins. It'll be second down. Back. Looking. They throw it. It's going to be a little too far. It'll be 3rd down. 41 seconds to go. It's been a very long 4th quarter. Staubach to throw. Staubach's going to run, and it won't be what they need. It's going to be 4th down, and will they even get it off? Yeah, they will. The punt. And out of bounds. They're not even doing anything. 6 seconds, and New York's going to have one last play. Phil Sims, he's going to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. And there's going to be no flag. 2 seconds, actually. Sims back to throw one more time. The throw, and that is going to be dropped by Baker, and that's it. So New York will receive overtime. And here it is from the 30-yard line. So here it is. You play 1 overtime period, a tie, and New York has the season tiebreaker. Dallas wins in its divisional record. New York wins, and New York wins, of course, the tiebreaker for the season. So New York wins or ties. They win the season tiebreaker. If Dallas has to win to force it to divisional record later on. So, Fritch, each team will have the ball at least once, even if somebody scores. So it's going to be, there it is, Dave Maggot, 35, and that's going to be up to the 36. So it'll be 1st down, a 15-minute quarter, so they can go all the way down. Back to throw, Phil Sims, and Sims is sacked by Jordan. 2nd down and 22. Look at this. This has not been a great offensive game. Sims again. Sims will throw, and that's going to be incomplete. 3rd down. Mel Renfro knocked it away. 3rd down and 22. Sims to throw. He's going to throw. That's going to be a flag, and let's see what it is.
Personal foul. Defense.
Oh, my God. Jethro Pugh.
Automatic. 1st down.
People throwing their hands up going, what are you doing? 1st down and 10. They give to Otis Anderson. Anderson on the run up to the 40, and only a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Here in Dallas, 2nd and 8, Sims. Sims to throw. Sims will throw, and Ingram, and he's hit by Larry Anderson. 3rd down. This will be known as the Jethro Pugh down. Back to throw, Sims, and that's a sack by Larry Jordan, and now they got a kick, so Jethro Pugh, it didn't really matter too much. And now the punt. So now the first score wins, no matter what it is. First score wins. So here is Dallas on a 1st down. Staubach given to Calvin Hill, nothing there. It'll be 2nd down and 10. The time is running. Second down. Staubach. Staubach to throw, and he throws. It's incomplete. Staubach 12 of 30 today. Third down and 10. Back to throw, looking. They throw to Bullet Bob Hayes and a first down. So there's Bullet Bob Hayes. It'll be first down and 10. Staubach. And they're going to go to Dwayne Thomas. And he's only going to get one. Second down and 9. Clock is going. It's 13-13. Second down and 9. Staubach will run it up the middle. Here comes Roger. Roger the Dodger, and they get in the field goal range. He gets 20 for himself. And that is huge. As now it is a first down. My goodness. Roger the Dodger, he ran it, and he got a huge first down. Staubach to throw. Staubach going to the end zone. Bob Hayes wins it with a touchdown. And Dallas gets out of here with a victory they thought should have been deserved. In the second half, that's Bullet Bob Hayes, 5 for 139. They threw the interception, and they had to kick a 50-yard field goal to get it back and force it to overtime. And then they ended up winning. It was really a one-sided game, but New York just held on because Dallas couldn't finish. That's the way sometimes games go. And Staubach, all of a sudden in the second half, did not look good at all. And Clark missed from 41 and 42. They had it all the way down, but that's your final 22-10 in first downs, but 19-13 in overtime as the Dallas Cowboys win. They go 4-2, so they tie New York in the season series. So it'll be divisional record when you take a look at everything else. So let's take a look at all the different games. And here it is. The Redskins get killed by Philadelphia 37-17. The Redskins are now 4-2. And Redskins are 3-3. Sorry about that. And they are... Redskins get killed by Philadelphia. So right now it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys with the division lead. Miami comes back and wins the game. 17-yard pass by Dan Marino to Mark Duper, and they missed both extra points. Von Schaman was 1 of 5 in extra points. Danny Marino, 417 yards, 6 touchdowns against New England, and we knew that New England, that's their minus, is their defense. That's tough. The Buffalo Bills are 2-4 against the New York Jets. The Buffalo Bills, a huge victory. Jim Kelly looked very good today, and same with Thurman Thomas. Steve Christie, again, with the kick for the 96 Buffalo Bills. Peyton didn't really get going too much, 109 yards, not even close to his normal average. And when you take a look at all this that's going on, 28-17, your final. Detroit, with their first win of the year, the upset over Chicago, but they were playing at home. The Steelers, 29-14 in the fourth quarter. They just let things be. Bradshaw looked good, 3 touchdowns. Harris ran very well. And when you take a look at this, it was a lot of, the turnovers. 3 for Cleveland, 1 for the Steelers, and that's the way it is. So the Steelers 29-14. Cincinnati beat the Ravens 13-10 on a field goal by Jim Breach. And Cincinnati is now 4-2, and they're good. They played the Steelers already twice. Atlanta beat Tampa Bay 31-14. Atlanta looking very good. The running game of Jamal Anderson and Chris Chandler. Chandler was all right, but he threw 2 picks today. 2 big interceptions. That could have hurt him, but they still won big. The Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Houston Texans 38-30. And as you take a look, the Jacksonville Jaguars, Gerard looked good. And Taylor, Freddie Taylor, 154 yards. Maurice Jones-Drew was good there. The 76 Colts, well, they Gary Anderson hit a field goal with 23 seconds to go, 34-33, as the Tennessee Titans came back and won 34-33. Burt Jones was all right, but Steve McNair 18-29, 318 and 3 scores. And Eddie George was good. Tennessee's a solid football team. Carolina and New Orleans. New Orleans is now 4-2. They came back and ended up winning the game. They were down in the fourth quarter. Breeze to Bush. They hit their 2-point conversion. They hit the field goal, and they hit another field goal. And that's the biggest thing. So Drew Brees was good today, 99.9 in his quarterback rating. That's interesting. Minnesota 20-11 over Green Bay. An upset at Green Bay. Green Bay favored by 13. But Minnesota rushing was Rice, and that was pretty much it. 1988. Minnesota, you never know. Nelson missed 3 field goals. So it could have even been worse. The 49ers are undefeated, 29-13. As the 49ers, Hart to Smith in the very end, really nothing big. 49ers dominated. Montana had 442 yards and 2 scores. These 49ers look good, but the question is, once they start hitting the meat of their schedule, what will that look like? Seattle gets a little bit closer, saving their season. 1-5 would have been dreadful, but 2-4 now, and the Rams are James Harris. Oh, terrible. Hasselbeck all right. Sean Alexander a little bit better. Denver and San Diego. San Diego is 41-13. They win. Brooks, San Diego, very good. As Dan Fouts, extremely good. And Brooks, very good running. And same with Chuck Muncie. They got to balance it, between running and passing. The defense is San Diego looking good. Kansas City and Oakland blew away Kansas City 30-3. Stabler was incredibly good. And that's exactly what you have there. So taking a look right now at the standings. In the NFC East, Dallas is 1, Green Bay. San Francisco is 1. Dallas, Green Bay, and New Orleans. And, Atlanta, those are 4-2. And then when you take a look, there's a lot of 3-3s and 4-2s there. We'll go to the look. The Steelers in Miami and Oakland are 5-1. Tennessee, it shows, but that whole division is all 3-3s. And then you have a lot of teams. So taking a look at the league report. Whoops. Looking at the report, the playoff picture. Of course, you have San Francisco, then the rest. Then you have Atlanta. Look at all those 3-3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams for 2 slots. And that's why they're going to be fighting each other. In the AFC, you have 3 at 5-1, and then 3-3. We got to all hand do this when we go to the playoffs. You have San Diego and Cincinnati that are 4-2, and then you have New York, Houston, Baltimore, and Jacksonville. All fighting for that last slot. And believe me, these teams can win, like that. There's no teams that are, that's tough here. So when you go to the next week, as we're about ready to go, the next week, that's going to be number 7, almost halfway through. Maybe you play 16 total. You're going to take a look at Dallas and New England, Philadelphia and Cleveland, a lot of interconference matchups. Washington and Miami, this is like Super Bowl day, so it's all AFC versus NFC. Baltimore, Colts and Atlanta, San Diego and Minnesota. You never know what's going to happen here except for this one, San Francisco and New York. That's going to be a tough game for San Francisco. I don't care what New York just did. Tampa Bay and the Jets. Detroit and the Baltimore Ravens, both teams trying to save their season. Cincinnati at St. Louis. St. Louis, 5-game losing streak. Carolina and Houston. The Texans and Carolina, both a little bit surprises, and especially with Houston. Houston wins. They'll have a winning record after 7 games. Green Bay and Buffalo at home. Jacksonville at Kansas City. That's the AFC matchup. Pittsburgh at Seattle, but you never know at Seattle. Their home field advantage, and plus the fact it's the Steelers versus NFC, you never know. Chicago and Oakland, very big game there. LA and Denver, the Rams looking to pick up a win and go 4-3. Denver, I think, is out of their league. That's the one team that's out of the league. And New Orleans and Tennessee. If I had to pick a game, I just don't know. There's a lot of games here. We haven't seen the 49ers, but the 49ers are going to play the Steelers. So that might be a big game that we'll see them anyway. And you take a look at everything around here. You have, just very difficult to pick a game. Maybe New Orleans and Tennessee. That looks good. That's a division where everybody's 3-3. And Tennessee, there's a lot of thought of how good is Tennessee. Oakland is actually probably the Bears, 85 Bears and a 73 Oakland Raiders, because Oakland is 5-1, and they are in the West above San Diego. Kansas City is fading. Denver's nothing. So Oakland, how good are they? They're playing the 85 Bears, who in the North are one of those 3-3 teams. And you got to ask yourself, if you're the 85 Bears, are you a relic or are you for real? And I think this game, I think the Bears at Oakland will be a great game for us to have, because we're going to see Walter Payton. Walter Payton is 690 yards in 6 games, but he's down there. Stephen Davis of Carolina just doing very well. And when you take a look at Oakland, they have a good running game as well. So I think these are two balanced teams. I think the loser of this game is going to, Oakland can lose one and still be all right. But then when you look at Chicago, if they lose because of the clump they are, and what is the NFC and the AFC, but the clump, I think if Chicago loses, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to be in trouble as you take a look at the Chicago Bears. They got beat in the beginning. They beat Tennessee solidly. They beat Denver solidly. Looked like they're back on track. Green Bay, a tough game. Green Bay, all right. Then they killed Detroit 48-14 at home, but then they lose to Detroit on the return leg in the weird scheduling. So now for Chicago, instead of being 4-2, they're 3-3. They have Oakland, New Orleans, and at Buffalo, Cincinnati, maybe at Philadelphia, Minnesota, but then they play like the 79 Steelers in Houston, Cleveland, Minnesota to end it. But the Houston, Cleveland, Minnesota might get them into the playoffs. But you got to start winning. You never know. You lost to Detroit. And, of course, Minnesota's 3-3. So, all right, that's going to be it for today. I'm off to do some shopping today. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.